Hello to everyone watching. If you have watched till far and if you have watched the previous three videos, you would have uh, got some understanding that what we are trying to talk about here. So we started with talking about aspirations and how they are important and how the collective aspirations of the people of the world, in short, the narrative in the world, determines what follows as culture and what is the trajectory of any civilization. And we are seeing right now, as a phenomena in the world, that aspirations of the people are shifting, and as we are accumulating more wealth, and if we are accumulating more power over our environment, we are seeing that we are becoming more and more exploitative, and our aspirations are somewhere not really aligned with the reality of the world. So, if you have not watched the previous three videos, I really recommend that you do, and it would help you to get an understanding. So, we have also quoted a lot of examples. You would get a feel of what we are trying to talk about here. So, continuing our discussion, in the last video, we talked about how aspirations at a point of time were shaped by ideals, values, as well as a sense of purpose. So people could work harder, and this is an important point. People could work harder, maybe about incentives. So you were paid more if you would work harder. This could be one reason, or the other reason could be that people work harder. People used to work harder because they had a sense of purpose and a sense of understanding about how their work is useful in the world, and also some other factors. So when we are talking about the sense of purpose, what do we really talk about? This is a deep topic in itself, so I decided to make a dedicated video on that. To understand it, we have a very interesting Japanese concept, and I'm sure a lot of you would have heard about it, and if not, you can search more on it. There is also a very famous book about this concept, and basically, this is Ikigai is a Japanese word, which means your sense of purpose lies at the intersection of four important questions that you need to ask yourself. The questions are: what you love. So this is actually a difficult question. Let's come at it later. Let's talk about the second question first. What the world needs. And what the world needs right now is, as you can see, that the world, to survive itself, if we think about it, we need favorable circumstances, right? We need happiness and prosperity, right? Everyone would agree. Also, what the world needs is a habitable planet, which is possible through sustainable interaction with the environment. So this is what generally is believed is what the world needs, and there I'm sure there can be many more points about this, but this is more or less summarizes all the different areas. Next, we need to ask ourselves that what we can be paid for. And actually, I believe this is the last question. And in today's world, you can be paid for almost about anything. So it's not a matter of what you can be paid for, it's only a matter of what you are sufficiently good at and what skills you possess. And I'm sure there is a good market for almost about anything in today's world. The world is filled with opportunities. So it's like you can ask this question at the end. What you are good at is also a fairly simple question, and almost everyone knows that about what they are really good at. Your parents would have told you, and your friends, and everyone also intuitively has a feeling about what kind of things they are really good at. So this is also, I believe, a very fairly simple question. And last, coming to what you love. What you love is basically, in a way, if you are talking about doing things and something that you would love doing, it would, to imagine it, you can imagine that you are in a state of flow, which means that you're not keeping track of time and you are so like consumed in doing anything that you lose track of time, you totally enjoy it. That would be something that can classify as something that you would love to do. So, at the intersection of all these things lies your Ikigai. And if you honestly ask yourself these questions, I'm sure you would agree that sometimes we are not really honest with ourselves in terms of a lot of these questions. So, we all kind of understand that what the world needs right now is peace, but people are going for war. Similarly, people are sometimes doing what they do not love because they are because of some other incentives that they might have. And so there can be many different types of incentives, and everyone chooses based on their own particular criteria. But I think this is a good enough criteria to basically describe something which can classify as being and driving you with a sense of purpose. So if something checks all of these four boxes, you can be pretty much sure that it is aligned with your purpose. So, and when you are doing something which is aligned with your purpose, things automatically start flowing in the right direction, and your aspirations start to get more aligned with the reality of the world. So this is already a pretty long video. Let's end it here, and we'll talk about it later. Thank you.